quite a long walk from the sheds that Trevor Gilmister was talking about earlier on. And now on to a ground that they will probably find quite greasy, dampened by the rains here in the southern capital. But the Blues are out there in front of a crowd that enlarged rather rapidly. It went from probably 15 to 20, 25 very, very quickly. Where's Billy? Big night for them. Big night for everybody. The game on show again in Melbourne in a year that has been in more ways than one turbulent for this great game. They've gone for David, and he blows time on. So in front of the Melbourne crowd at the Melbourne Cricket Ground, State of Origin 2 is off and running, and Larson is the first to bring it back, playing in his 20th consecutive Origin match tonight. And now the Maroons, they go on the right of the ground for Jason Smith to be hit and put down. Good opportunity for the Blues on the second tackle and their first sight of enemy territory. They go away through Kosef, wide for McGregor, who put the ball over the stripe in the first one. He goes inside the 20, put down 15 away from the Queensland line. For Dimmick then to throw the dummy and then give it for Tuvey on the second occasion. Misunderstanding there. McGregor flick passes. New South Wales are over. McGuinness has gone in on the far side of the ground. It was all too simple. Ken McGuinness has gone over to score in his second Origin match.
Yes, and you'll find that it was young Stuart Kelly who's had an unfortunate start to this game who was at fault. You can see that this man here, Stuart Kelly, stays out of the line as play continues. He hangs back, and that opened up an overlap. Finally, he has to come in, but Ken McGuinness coming back on the inside took advantage. He'd just been poleaxed in trying to make a tackle on Paul McGregor before that, dropped in behind the line. By the time he came up, the damage had been done. And the elusiveness of both McGregor and Ken McGuinness took advantage of the situation perfectly.
Territory, and the first time they visited, they've come away with the 4 points. In fact, it probably was knocked out by the impact of the Queenslanders' knee. But now it's O'Davis into his back line. Early minutes of State of Origin 2 and New South Wales by 4 points to 0. As Kelly, a dummy half, gave it to Moore inside to Smith, and a penalty against the Blues. So here he is. Can he reduce this leeway? He's pushed it across the face, but they've done well. The chase on the kick from Coyne in particular was good. Just outside the 20-metre line, New South Wales end of the park. Lamb off the right foot, high and across, looking for the jump, and the Blues come down with it. But I'll tell you what, he only just had hold of it, Jamie Ainscough.
That was all it took. It is a great take from Ainscough.
And then away on the left of the ground for Lamb to show it once, and they've tracked them. Moore is into open space. Oh, Brasher comes across with a beauty.
Oh, but they've bombed it. Two unmarked men on the inside, led by Stuart Kelly. I don't know if he got the call, Billy Moore, but he lost them.
Lamb then puts it out wide. Larson tries to get a desperation pass away. The Blues come up with it through Terry Hill. They'll do well to hold them out, Queensland. Tuvey away for Kosef to go in. Kosef is over the line. The Blues are in again, and they lead 8 points to 0.
The quarter of the game is gone, and looking at the tackle counts, Queensland have been made to do twice as many tackles as their opponents, and eventually it's going to tell, and that will be on the scoreboard. Nick Kosef just getting on the outside there, some tired forwards. This all came about, of course, from Brett Dallas losing the football first tackle. Kosef getting outside Billy Moore. Successful the first time. This time he hits it much better, and it's straight between the uprights. And the Tuvey it is with a darting run that sees him able to unload. And supporting was Pay, so was Terry Hill. He's the ball carrier, Terry Hill, and he's put down 40 metres away from the Queensland line. 5 gone. Simon is there. They put it through the hands for Dimmick. Dimmick holding it back, draws the defence in. McGregor's with it. McGregor to McGuinness. McGuinness gets it inside for Dimmick. Dimmick's over. Try number 3. The Blues are ripping them apart at the MCG. Beautiful attacking play there by New South Wales on the last tackle. I do think it was a defensive mistake on the outside by the Queensland winger to come in. As we freeze it there, you can see that Matty Singh, he makes the decision to come in on McGregor. I thought that maybe McGregor may have been covered on the inside, but Singh decides to come in. It was one of those options. Julian O'Neill, he got a little bit of a checkered passage, and Jim Dimmick, who really instigated the try with the long cutout pass, did well to stay alive and be there to take the pass back on the inside. The last tackle indeed signalled they'd busted them on the other side, and Dimmick celebrates along with Tim Brasher. And now it's a real mountain for Queensland to climb. It's one of those decisions to come in or to stay. I just think by coming in, John Simon unsuccessful with the kick, he just made it a little bit harder for the support players to get across.
Now away from Coyne for Lamb, then for O'Davis. O'Davis can't free himself from the tackle, but he gets the ball away. Goddard is put down, 3 metres out from the New South Wales line. As it's played back for Tierney with the head down, looking to do it himself, and forced to play the ball, held by Big Harrigan and by Menzies. Lamb then again, Aiken across for more. Here's Dallas. Oh, he only had to catch it and put it down.
Well, in Brett Dallas's defence, I think he thought that the pass wasn't going to come all the way to him.
As they go on the left of the ground, Smith, and then for Lamb. Away then for Aiken. Billy Moore out very wide. Then Matt Singh comes back in and puts it over the line. There's the first try for the Queenslanders. The start of the resurgence, 33rd minute and 14-4.
To be any chance in this game, they had to score before half-time, and they did it well going wide. Just have a look at the angle of the try scorer.
Well, that's exactly the line you want to run. Matty Singh knows this line. He realises they've been sliding across and swallowing them up, but he comes hard and straight back against the sliding defence. And he's only running at arms there, and with the strength and speed, he's able to force his way through. There was never any reason for it. I think he just wore it for the sake of wearing it.
Julian O'Neill then hooking it away, and no addition to the Queensland score. And half-time a couple of minutes away for Clinton O'Brien to get a one-hander out the back. Good work by him. Goddard's pass has gone on through 2 sets of hands for Adrian Lamb. The ball comes loose. They still go for it. That's Ben Aiken. He's 2 metres out from the line.
Numbers to the right.
Jason Smith then, away on the right. It's with Lamb. Lamb comes across and he puts O'Davis over. O'Davis is over. Queensland are in for another. 14 points to 8.
They'll never write them off. And Adrian Lamb, once he starts running to the line and drawing defenders, anything can happen. New South Wales starting to get a little bit carefree with some passing. We saw a flick pass from Adam Muir earlier. Jim Dimmick just trying to offload too much. Adrian Lamb, he runs across. He opens the gap up, and again, it was the angle of the run from Robbie O'Davis. Terry Hill desperately wanted to stay out on his man.
As Julian O'Neill looking for the extras and gets them.
Jim Dimmick leaves the field, and Matt Sears, the utility player from North Sydney, gets some game time now. That'll mean a reshuffling in the New South Wales lineup as Queensland through Jamie Goddard take it over the 40-metre line, centre field.
That offload, there's Clinton O'Brien hobbling away. I think Gary Larson would like to have done the same, but they can ill afford to be without him. And even in the pain from that injury I described, he was able to get that ball away for Goddard. Now Lamb, and Lamb sets himself to turn it back on the inside, something that Phil Gould thinks they've got to do more of. Jason Smith playing it, Goddard sweeping it, Lamb running it straight ahead and pulled down there in a confrontation with Brasher. The Queensland side is 10 metres away from the line as Jason Smith gets a floating pass away for Dallas. He's over! Dallas is in! Fortin goes up, the Queenslanders go up, and it's 14 all.
All the redheads are up. Jason Smith, a good ball out to Brett Dallas, but he's got to do it all himself, Dallas. What about the in and out? Totally bamboozled his opposite man. Marvellous work. Adrian Lamb, he just reminded the defence that he can run the football. He doesn't have to pass it.
Here he is from near the touchline. He's way offline. You can have 5-2 now. 35 metres away from the Maroons line. From Simon, they go for Menzies out wider. And we haven't seen a lot of Steve Menzies with freedom. Now Brasher tries to hurt them. Terry Hill is tackled 20 metres away from the Queensland line. Now with McGregor. Oh, he loses it. And then Simon appears to... Oh, he said play on! He said play on!
Tackle.
What a tackle that was! It
Kelly
was
on
Stuart
six.
Kelly. Now, Simon, they're waving on the right of the ground. McGregor! I don't think he's got it down. He's held up in goal.
I just thought it was a double knock on McGregor. Well, I guess that one's gone back in the referee's mind. Have a look at Stuart Kelly on Matt Sears. It's a corker. And this isn't far behind it either. Queensland, all hands on deck. 4 players.
By Dean Pay and Steve Menzies. Now O'Davis takes on the role of first receiver. Aiken goes across the park. That's Julian O'Neill. Oh, my goodness, I thought he was going to go all the way. A metre from the line, Queensland with the dummy half pulled down. 5 tackles gone for them now. O'Neill sweeps it away. Aiken goes to the air. It's not such a bad kick. McGuinness tested, and it'll go back to the 20-metre line for the restart.
No, it's too deep.
There's Tuvey appeals for what he thought might have been a dangerous tackle. They try and go down the blind side again. Now McGregor goes back before going forward. Picks up Muir. Muir able to unload the ball. Sears from a standing start is pulled down, and he'll be made to play the ball on 5. About 45 metres away from the Queensland line. Simon then. McGuinness on a run down the right flank. His kick is being covered by O'Davis, who takes it over the dead ball line. I can't recall a draw in State of Origin football. This is Tierney now. Why haven't we seen Aaron Raper? Does anybody know? Hold the phone blocker! Hold everything! Queensland down to the 35-metre line. Goddard. And now for Lamb. They punch back on the blind. Coyne is there. Coyne is upended. 25 metres away from the New South Wales line. Then away from Lamb into O'Davis. And then high for Aiken. And equally high for Smith. Now it's with O'Neill. And he'll be forced to play the ball. 19 metres away from the New South Wales line. Playing it back on the last tackle for Jason Smith. And he tries to... Well, he actually... couldn't get his kick in. He passed the ball, and O'Neill was left with the job. He couldn't get it away to the 40-metre line. Tuvey now starting to take the harness off, starting to run like he did late in the match at Suncorp. Simon, Fairley, across the ground. Sears held by the back of the jumper. Fairley there to support a second time. McGregor, then McGuinness, and McGuinness is pulled down by Matt Singh. Last tackle again, 25 out. And Simon goes for the drop goal. It's wide, isn't it? He's got the hand up, he's given it.
He's got it. David
Manson said fair goal. 15 to 14, New South Wales in front as we go to a break. And they play the ball inside the 20-metre line. Robbie O'Davis. Then it's gone from Billy Moore. Back for Adrian Lamb. And the little fellow tries to duck under the tackles. On 5. The dummy half is Goddard. He's looking for O'Neill. No, it's Robbie O'Davis. He tries to level it up. And it's been touched in flight. So he's ordered the turnover to New South Wales. Trailing by a point, Queensland. Lamb into the hands of O'Neill. O'Neill floating it. Ben Aiken enjoying playing. Oh! McGregor has gone high on Matt Singh. David Manson calling McGregor across.
Well, I've got to say, I'm not thinking of the tackle here at the moment. I'm thinking of whether Queensland have got a kicker who can put them one in front from 38 metres out, 8 metres in from the sideline.
You can bet your bottom dollar that Julian O'Neill will have the confidence. There it goes. It's coming around. Has it got the length? No, it fell short. It fell short. The coach's face fell short at the same time. 38 metres out from his own line. Jason Smith across. Julian O'Neill. Ben Aiken is taken out of it. McGregor's tackle and the ball comes loose. Manson orders a knock-on. Played by Adam Muir. The siren has sounded. Sears takes it to ground. And the State of Origin, the Coca-Cola State of Origin for 1997 has been won by New South Wales. 2 matches to 0. 8-6 at Suncorp and 15-14 at the Melbourne Cricket Ground.